All right, everybody. This is my immediate reaction to the Texas Longhorns winning over the TCU Horned Lizards, as I will say. They are a horned lizard, not a horned frog. We beat them 29-26. There's some problems that we got to talk about, and you might have ironically noticed by now. I mean, we're only 20 seconds into the video, but in case you haven't, there's a reason why I'm wearing this hat. There's a slogan that Steve Sarkisian came in with: all gas, no brakes. And what you saw him do was you saw him slam on the brakes. You saw him actually start to just really run the ball, which one drive it made sense, okay? It actually, we went down, had what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 rushes in a row. That took off 5 minutes and 9 seconds. We got a field goal. We went up 16 points. Okay? That's not bad. Well, then we go out there and we do have a pass, but it's to CJ Baxter, so really it's a run. That results in barely any time taken off the clock whatsoever. Then TCU goes down quickly, gets a touchdown in 35 seconds, and it's just, then we actually go out and we win the game. How did we win the game? We threw the ball at A.D. Mitchell. When was the last time that we threw a ball before that whole spurt of running the football? That was to Xavier Worthy with 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in the third quarter. There's problems. I mean, and the problem is Steve Sarkisian slowing down and not keeping his foot on the gas pedal. Because this is the other issue when you do this. It's harder to regain that momentum that you've now lost and given up. And the key word is given up here. He is giving up this momentum. Now, at the end of the day, a win is a win, and I'm going to take that. I'm going to accept this one graciously. We are 9-1. I'm not really going to, complain about that. One, we also got to talk about Jonathan Brooks. That sucks. Just one, hope he's okay for his sake, but Texas is going to need him. And if we're going to be successful without Jonathan Brooks, I think it's going to be passing the football to Xavier Worthy and Adonai Mitchell, who combined, I think, just shy. 2 yards shy of being a combined 200 yards for those two. Adonai Mitchell, 3 receptions, 61 yards, 1 touchdown. He's a touchdown machine, 20.3 yards per catch. Xavier Worthy, 10 receptions, 137 yards, 13.7 yards per catch. Why we didn't go? Why we just, when Worthy was at 137 yards, and we stopped targeting him, and we don't target him a single time. I'm pretty sure. Let me go back and look. I'm pretty sure we did not target him once. To Jatavian Sand, yep. Not a single target to Xavier Worthy. After he hit the 137 mark in the third quarter, keyword, an entire quarter without him being targeted. The passing defense at the end, it's at this point, I got to go back and, I'll have to look and see the splits, but it's comical at this point. Third down defense was outstanding to start the game. We held them to 0 for 6 the first 6 times, but after that they were 3 for 5. So they clearly had more success at the end. I mean, overall, we're probably going to stay where we are, finishing 3 for 11, so it looks great overall. But, that's one thing where statistics, you can choose to mold them and look at them how you will. Amani Bailey, 21 carries, 98 yards. We held him just under 100 yards. I'll have to do a statistic that shows when the last time this Texas defense allowed a 100-yard rusher. I think it was probably TCU. No, it was I think it was Washington. But, Dylan Gabriel, if you want to count him. Yeah, Dylan Gabriel. Yeah, oof. But so at the end of the day, Texas hangs on, and it just, yeah, I'm watching I'm waiting for Steve Sarkisian to come on here, and I might pause it and recontinue after he comes back on. But yeah, Cedric Baxter, he's all like he shows flashes, but he's not going to consistently be what Jonathan Brooks is. Now it's hard to ask somebody to be what Jonathan Brooks is because people like to down this is something that's actually starting to piss me off. People downplaying Jonathan Brooks' success because the offensive line is that good. If the offensive line is creating holes, why is Cedric Baxter just so stupid that he can't run through a hole? Or are they just magically not having that same, effect when he's on the field? Or is it the fact that Jonathan Brooks is averaging this nearly per rush the same amount of yards after contact as Roschon Johnson and Bijan Robinson did last year, forcing the same amount of missed tackles as Roschon Johnson and Bijan Robinson did last year on a per rush basis? Could it be that fact that shows that maybe this offensive line in the run blocking game has not improved that much? Now let's talk about the pass blocking. Pass blocking is completely different. They have improved. They've gotten better. Like, this is an actual one of the top pass blocking offensive lines in the country. Now it is in no small part due to having two of the best tackles. We might have the best tackle tandem, and maybe Michigan has better, but it's definitely a top 3 tackle tandem with Christian Jones and Kelvin Banks. The red package until we start getting more of that offensive line push that I was talking that we're not getting about not getting. We're gonna that's just not gonna have any success. I'm just sorry, I was just distracted right there. There was a lot of times it felt like a lot of times that we were getting pressure and then they were just getting the ball off. This Texas team it continues to be this close to getting sacks. I mean, Tavondre Sweat was just an absolute monster today. 4 total tackles, 2 solo, 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss, but he was in the backfield a lot more than that. Vernon Broughton early on was having a great game. Not to say he fell off or anything like that, but I'm just saying early on he had some really nice plays. Anthony Hill continues to flash. 8 tackles total. He was second on the team behind Jalen Ford. 5 solo. Jalen Ford had 9 total tackles, 7 solo, 1 pass deflection. Guy that's been getting a lot of, now I'll see what he gave up later on, but Terrence Brooks, he 1 interception, 1 pass deflection. Gotta love that. But here, I'm gonna listen to what Worthy's saying right now. All right, so basically the Worthy interview, he made a really good point, and this is something that they've echoed multiple times this year. This is a Texas team that in the past, last year and the year before, they definitely would have lost this game. They would have given this up, and 2021 it probably would have been a big loss. Last year probably would have been a close loss, but this is a game that Texas would have lost, and we did lose versus TCU last year. So ultimately, I mean, there is growth. You can see the culture changing, but there are still some issues that we're going to have figured out. Steve Sarkisian, he's going to have to be more aggressive throughout the game. I mean, if you don't take your foot off the gas pedal, maybe we win this 42-26. That's a hell of a lot better than 29-26. If you're going to give up points, you might as well be scoring points on the other end. So that's my thoughts. But as always, great to have a win. And you know what? Like I just said, if you're in a tweet, if you're not on board now, just get out. And I'm not trying to be overly critical or overly harsh or anything like that, but I'm just saying, look, we're 9-1. Just appreciate it at this point. All right, everybody. Hope you have a great day. Hug!